everybody, it's EJ.
Pete, what's happening?
Hey man, we're two educated guys trying to figure this out, man.
Word. Right now, we're trying to discuss a little bit. We're trying to talk a little topic. Is it better to make your own platform or ride somebody else's platform?
Yeah, man. So there was a Joe Budden situation, right? If you haven't heard, check it out. Basically, what happened was he came up with a show, right? The show was called Everyday Struggle. It was a good dynamic, right? You had old school versus new school. You had naive versus non-naive, but it brung a certain energy that made you want to watch it because it was so entertaining, right?
Right.
So Joe Budden pretty much explains he created the show. He comes back a little late. Well, when his deal was going to be renewed, they pretty much just said, you know what, we if you come back, we're gonna pay you at this amount, which he said was chump change to him, right?
Right.
Which is understandable because he came up with the show. He said that he came up with the show, right? There was certain times to where they came up with brand deals. They said, you know what?
Right.
This brand is gonna pay you this amount of money. I believe it was Spotify, right? Or these Nikes are gonna pay you this amount of money. So he created the show. He wasn't getting a portion of it.
Right.
So whatever the thing was, he wasn't getting a portion of it. They just paid him out a set amount of money, whichever the money was. So he didn't even get a piece of the pie.
Right.
So the question is it right to have your own platform? Is it better to have your own platform, or is it better to be working for somebody? Right. What were you gonna say?
Well, no, I was saying that, and how they were explaining it was like the people at Complex would come to Joe Budden and be like, hey man, it'll be cool if y'all wear these Nikes.
Yeah.
Nike wanted y'all to wear these Nikes. Hey, just put these Nikes on. And then Joe's like, wait a minute, if Nike come with some sneaks, it's gonna be a check involved.
It's gonna be a check. It's gonna get
so
paid.
y'all just want me to put the sneaks on, but then y'all want to keep the check and play that whole game of it.
Yep.
And then when Spotify came to him, was like, yeah man, y'all should mention this for Rap Caviar. And then Joe's like, I know it's a check involved too.
Yeah.
And then Spotify was cool with it. Joe said he wouldn't do it, and then Complex tried to get them do it on their own or some shit, or get somebody else to do it. And then they was like, well, if Joe ain't doing it, we ain't doing it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then they soured their relationship with them, just trying to do some backhanded shit. So
backhanded stuff.
Which to me as a brand, like, all right, if you got somebody like Joe Budden who's obviously bringing the audience to you, you should at least try to cater toward him. Because I mean, if y'all make money off him, then he make money off y'all, and y'all can have a synergistic whole relationship going, and y'all can both make money. But instead of doing that, y'all want to play this whole hierarchy like, yo, we
it's
over
the boys
y'all
club.
type shit.
It's the boys club. It's the boys club gets the cut. Y'all get the crumbs.
Right.
And that's what you got to battle versus when you're dealing when it's not your platform. You take a certain cut, and that's all you get. So if somebody says we're gonna pay you, and this may sound familiar, right? Well, you fought $45,000. We're gonna pay you that, no matter what else you've done. If you've done good or if you've done bad,
We just gonna pay you.
No, if you got a sponsorship, you're gonna take your $45,000.
I don't care if we making $1 million.
We make $1 million.
Directly because of you, you're
$45,000.
gonna get this $45,000.
Because of you and all your connections, we're making $5 million this year, right? But you're making $45,000 a year no matter what. You know what I'm saying? And then they laughing at you because you're working twice as hard just to get the same thing. And that's what happens whenever you have, you're working for somebody else's platform. When you have your own, whatever, even though it's a little harder, whatever you pull in is what you get, right? True. There's a split or whatever you want to do to it, but it's yours. So the thing about that is the politics happen whenever you don't own stuff. When you don't own anything, it's politics because you have a loss of control. When you control your own stuff, you can literally say, well, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do it on my time, and I'm going to do it on my own rules. When you are on somebody else's time, think about it. When you're at work, you got to ask for permission to be off. You know what I'm saying? You have to, you're in a position where you're not as happy because you're not supposed to be in that state. And ultimately, you're being controlled. So whenever, I was listening to the interview with the Joe Budden, which I suggest you check it out, he was saying, he was in a position where he was used to people catering to him. but now he has to cater to them. And whenever you go into a system like that, you have to cater to somebody, and it's not in your control. So your whole life, when you were little, you were taught you could do whatever you want when you want, and then you get into a system where it's like, no, you do what we want, and if not, you can go. Even though you can make it. I mean, how many people have been at a job to where you gave your all to something, and then it's been 2-3 years, you've been undervalued, you've been underpaid, and then at the end of the day, they say bye, right? And you just wasted all your time being there, right? Because it's not yours, right? I feel like, if we want to throw religion in it or whatever, they say that you shouldn't praise anything that's idle, right? Like, if anything is considered a hierarchy, then you're not supposed to be in it, right? Like, but if it's not considered that, that's what you're supposed to be in. So at the end of the day, what I'm trying to say is, and I want to hear your opinion about it. It's better for you to be in a position to where you own it, and it's your own, rather than not. Less headaches, even though it is harder at times. Think about it like this: is it harder for you to take direction, or is it harder for you to give direction?
Yeah, which I mean, to that point, I mean, everybody's not built for that type of lifestyle, but even if you're not per se built to, maybe go about it on your own, really build it on your own, because it takes a lot of learning, it takes a lot of steps, it takes a lot of everything to be able to build your own shit. Mm-hmm. But I mean, the freedom outweighs. I guess it depends on what you really consider, valuable. Do you consider, money and things valuable? Of course, you can get that working in somebody else's system. Mm-hmm. Or you can get your own freedom. You consider that valuable. I'd like to have my own time. I like to do what I want to do, because I mean some people consider office to be valuable. But it's like, all right, I got my own office, but then it's like, but you're confined to that seat. Like you're
confined.
You're confined to that
area.
To that area. So it's like, oh, this office is yours. So it's like, why? So it's like you're volunteering to, or you actually look forward to sitting in one place
for the rest of your life. It's like you're
a long time.
You need somebody else to validate your worth. Like, you really think about that. Like when okay, if you're given a position, right? Like, you want to do this position, right? Which is amazing, but then you get to that position. Now you're in that position, right? You probably get like a 2% raise or a 1% raise, and you get much more work to do that position, right? But I tell people all the time, why don't you just make your own and then make that position and you'd be your own? Why you got to go for somebody else's validation when you could do it yourself, right? I mean, even when you go to job interviews, they want you to be a starter. You look better having your own stuff rather than working for somebody else. So I feel like people need that validation. But you got to remember, man, a lot of these systems that are made before you, they're not there to validate you. They're just there to make you continue what the machine is. Like, say if there's a wheel in the machine, you're just going to be putting that wheel in the machine and keep it moving. But as you know, if you're working in corporate America or anything, once you want to get out of there, they're going to train somebody else to do your job. And then you're out that machine, you're not valuable. When you have your own platform, when you're done, the platform is done, right? Or you want to train somebody to do your job, but it's made for you, right? And what's trippy is, we live in a world where there's leaders and there's followers, and it's okay. We need them both, right? Because if not, America would not run. But
capitalism, baby.
Capitalism at its finest. Capitalism is a motherfucker. People, I mean, even when you look at your taxes, man, it benefits you more to work for yourself than for somebody else. Hell, when you get a tax return, that just means you overpaid. When you really look at it, I mean, you overpaid them enough, and they say, you know what? You need to fight to get your money back.
We gonna pay. You gotta pay somebody to give you your money back,
right? When you're not doing that, you have to. It's like you have to pay for you not to give them money, right? Or you just don't claim it and do whatever, do whatever you want, right? But whenever it comes to like some of the stuff that you hear about drama and stuff like that, like I give you an example. Like, I do my own thing, right? I don't have no stress. Like, my stress is The only stress I really don't have no stress. But when I was at work in that corporate environment, I was stressed out. I was always worried about getting fired. I tell you what, man, it feels good not to, man. So, I mean, if you kind of see the previous videos, you see the journey. But like I encourage people to have your own platform, man. That's why I encourage people to submit your videos.
Yeah, or at least have like something that you can, look forward to. Like even if, you playing a corporate game, of course, everybody ain't built for everything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If it makes you happy to be in a job, cool.
Yeah, it makes you happy, yeah.
You know what I mean? But at least have something going. So if it's like, if this shit don't work out, I'm not completely fucking just assed out. Like shit, if you getting money over here, invest in something, cryptocurrency, whatever.
Cryptocurrency, do something. But you know what? This is the thing, though. I'm more radical about it. I'm more of like, when you're over here in this, like, you have your own stuff, you will survive. You will find a way to survive, and you will invest, and you will do what you need to do, and you will not be as relaxed as if you were over here when you're working for a platform. Like, when you have your own platform, you find ways to make shit happen. When you're over here, you do not, right? Like, over here, you're finding things to make the world better in your eyes and to make a big impact. Over here, you're just making an impact on the company, right? So, a perfect example, at a job, I used to sell loans to people, right? I didn't care what the repercussion was after, as long as I hit my number, right?
That's crazy.
Over here,
somebody be broke as hell.
And I've seen many companies actually go bankrupt, right? They couldn't pay their stuff, go bankrupt, and it wasn't in my hands. I sold them the dream, right? The reality was over here with the case management and everything else, and it kind of made them go downhill.
Were they trying to start their own platform with the loan?
Well, the thing was, they were. Well, they already had their platform, but then what happened was they're going to somebody else's platform when they took our money. So the thing is, a lot of times, don't take somebody else's money, make your own money, and then you fund your own stuff. Because when you get money from somebody,
skin in the game first,
when you get money from somebody, they gonna want something. They control. It's like a lot of these artists, right? You think they're independent art. There's a difference between independent and then there's difference between label artists. It's the same thing, right? It's either, independent artists, they make their own money, do whatever they want. They have more freedom. This artist over here, they're getting this loan, and then this loan is deciding what moves they're gonna make, and this contract is deciding what moves they're gonna make, right? So at the end of the day, like for instance, Lil Uzi Vert, he said the other day, damn, he don't like this label because they control so much of what he does.
He can't put music out.
He can't put music out, and he made like out of everything, he made $900,000, and his company made $2 million, $3 million. And he only made $900,000. So you gotta think about like that, where you can make the $2 million on your own. Yeah, you're gonna be stressing, but then again, you got all the money at the end of the day, and you're able to really relax. If you have $2 million, you can do what the hell you want to do. This boy made $2 million, and they said, no, you don't get $900,000. We're not gonna give you all the money. You still need to work, and you need to pay us back our loan. So like that's the difference between having your platform compared to somebody else. It's all a game. It's like, which one are you wanting to play? Are you wanting to work hard? Are you willing to work hard over here for somebody? You're either gonna work for somebody else or you're really gonna work for yourself. Like that's at the end of the day, the reality is that you're either gonna work for yourself or somebody else, or you're gonna be playing a game where you're gonna be working for somebody else and expecting a retirement plan, but at the end of the day, it's not gonna happen because of inflation. Because of taxes. Like in California, I met a couple. They said their goal was to retire. They're retired. Their housing bill, their taxes was $2,000 a month still during retirement.
That's more than they probably
house tax. Yeah, house taxes.
And that's just taxes.
So
that's not counting utilities or anything else.
Exactly.
So you work all this time to save all this money and
to sell your stuff to be in like a trailer park. So you gotta think of stuff like that, man. Like, don't fall in love with the ideal. Fall in love with the reality. And a lot of people, believe it or not, they're so stressed out over work, they're not even able to make it to their 50s because they're dead. I mean, studies show that life expectancy is below like a mother. There was a report that came out today that people now living to 70. Look it up. People living to 70 now. It drops because people are so stressed out. People aren't happy. People aren't able to do whatever they want to do. People are in situations to where they hate it. And if you're in a situation where you hate it, like work, can you imagine your relationship? Can you imagine how you treat yourself? Can you imagine your self-image? And that's when it comes to validation. You're letting other people validate your worth. And if you're letting somebody else validate your worth, and you're good with that, by all means, work your whole life. But if you don't care and you want to make your money and do what you want to do, then you deserve to be over here. If you think differently, come over here, man. And there's some people who do both, who need that stabilization, but also make that money. And it's okay, man. I mean, the world needs everything, but at the end of the day, like where I stand, I need, like, honestly, I cherish my freedom a lot more than I cherish money. But I'm gonna make money. That's just in my DNA. But then again, I look at it as money is the root of all evil, right? So for me, I don't want to make money and then be having to praise somebody and be having to suck up or be in the good old boys club and try to suck up to that because I want a dollar bill. I mean, I might as well just make my own shit. Because you could do anything that you want to do. You just got to sit down, think about it, and do it.
Yeah.
You just, honestly, to be real with you, probably just lazy. Now, hell, give you an example, man. Like, I see all these cryptocurrencies made. It's not hard to make a cryptocurrency. But the thing is just getting the hype and making things happen. The thing is, are you willing to make something happen for success? And a lot of people just aren't.
That's the game, man.
That's the game, man.
But, definitely let us know what you think about everything we said. Leave a comment below if you like it, if you dislike it, anything like that. And we definitely love to hear your opinions as the two educated guys. You've heard us talk for a while. We do our thing on this camera every week. Mm-hmm. We definitely want to hear what you think about it.
And let us know what topics that you want us to cover that's definitely prevalent for you. Or let us know direction you would like us to go. Because at the end of the day, we want to help you out. If you have any music that you want to submit, if you have any videos you want us to react to, or in general, if you have any short films, submit it, man. And we're definitely down to react to it. Don't forget to subscribe, man. Like our shit. Also check out Educated Freedom, man, because we're doing a movement. Two educated guys. Peace. Subscribe, like our shit. What's another one? 3, 2, 1. Hey everybody, CJ.
It's Pete, what's happening?
Hey, we're two educated guys trying to figure this out, man.
Word. Right now we're trying to figure out the SpaceX launch. I think they launched the Iridium 4, one of their, I don't know what kind of rocket it is. I don't know if it's their flagship rocket or what they really use it for, but EJ happened to see it over the skyline.
I saw
the aftermath.
Here's a video, bro. That shit is crazy because, like, when I seen it, I was like, damn, North Korea then attacked us. I got my passport. I'm investing in cryptocurrency. I'm ready to go, right? And then I thought about it, I was like, man, is that a UFO? That stuff because I'm thinking that shit ain't real. But it's like to see that, I'm like, what? And then I'm looking at it like, I'm looking on my phone like ain't nobody talking about it. Everybody's out their car just looking around. I put on my Instagram. You can check out the Instagram, EJ1914, and you kind of see me like tripping out. If you want to see the video again. Also, it was just like there was something else that was following it, and there was like no explanation, right, at all of what was going on, and everybody's confused, man. But it just trips me out, man, because it makes me think even more. So then I found out later it was a Space 10, but it tripped me out more because it's just like, man, it just shows that if you're rich, you can do whatever the fuck you want, man. Like this dude is so rich.
Elon can make it happen.
He just, he got a contract with some people. He's sending out a missile with some satellites on it. Didn't warn anybody about it, and we all looking like, what the hell is going on, right? We all shocked. We thinking like we gonna have to leave, and it was just the craziest stuff in the world, man. And nobody knew what the hell it was, and just makes you realize if you got money, you can do whatever the hell you want.
Yeah, I mean, Elon's worth over 20 billion. I was thinking some number north of that. And he, SpaceX is definitely doing a lot. He's doing a lot with the Tesla, of course, trying to revolutionize the electric car. Yeah, he's doing a lot with SpaceX. Hoping to take people into Mars. Wow. On regular routine trips. So we'll see how that kind of pans out. But it's pretty cool to always advance human civilization forward, especially when it's going to be overcrowding in the future years.
It's gonna be overcrowded.
We really need forward thinkers to be able to move culture forward, or be able to move the world forward, and really be able to discover and see what else is out there. So it'll definitely be interesting. I mean, the Jetsons and the flying car could be one step away. Man,
this one dude told me them little suction things where you see in the Futurama, they already come up with that. That's in Las Vegas, and it's called like LoopNet or something. But everybody needs to be like this, right? We shouldn't just leave it to for real. We don't need to leave it just to this guy to do it. Everybody has the ability to do it. You need to tap into, because if you don't, especially with this technology, you will be left behind, literally. So I mean, this like real soon, jobs are gonna be replaced with robots. Whether you believe it or not, they already got deep learning. They already got all this stuff that can replace your job.
You can ask Siri
real quick
where it's at.
They got stuff right now. The only reason why people got their job today is because people feel bad. Like honestly, they could just replace your job with deep learning and computers, right? If you can, just watch how deep learning works and tell me that deep learning can do your job. Because it can just watch you do it and just figure it out, and you ain't even gotta really train it. Just watch exactly what you do, man. So man, just keep like if people are doing crazy stuff like this, and they said this was a SpaceX launch, which was interesting to me, man. Just if you can, man, just think about the future and try to get in where you fit in before you get left. Yeah, but that's just
words,
opinion,
man. But definitely, we want to hear what you guys think about it, man. And if you guys got any insights about it, if you saw it, definitely let us know your accounts below. And stay tuned for some more videos, man. Make sure any creators, you guys submit your stuff to us. We definitely want to check it out. We want to see all the talents and different, videos and content that our fans have to give us.
Yep, man. 2 Educated Guys. Peace.
You ever wonder why this don't happen to you? Because you ain't educated.